bitter criticism. Just finishing the Cgtn'S top 5 from the highlights. Going to read this huge news here. Just 1 second. And says politics. March 1st, 2025. Trump Zelensky cancel minerals deal signing after heated spat. They'll cancel. So there's a photograph here. Zelensky negotiating with United States President, U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky meet in the Oval Office of the White House in Washington, D.C. A press conference at the White House scheduled for Friday, where U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky were set to sign the U.S.-Ukraine minerals deal, was cancelled following a tense shouting match between the two inside the Oval Office earlier in the day. Angry exchange in the Oval Office. No, this news is huge. It's 5 minutes. I'm going to make in 20 minutes, but I'm going to run. What should have been a standard press pool spray before the high-stakes Trump-Zelensky meeting turned into a fireworks-filled confrontation, broadcast on TV, beginning with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance's interjection. Vance, who was present in the room, demanded that the Ukrainian leader be thankful for Trump's efforts to resolve his country's 3-year conflict with Russia. Quote, "You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict," end quote. Vance told Zelensky during the unprecedented public confrontation. The tension escalated as Trump, Vance, and Zelensky all tried to speak over each other. Rebuking Vance, Zelensky remarked that the United States will, in the future, end quote, feel the consequences of the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Trump countered, saying Zelensky was, quote, in no position to dictate what we are going to feel, end quote, adding that Zelensky, quote unquote, allowed himself to, quote, to be in very bad position, end quote. Quote, "You don't have cards right now with us. You start with us you start having cards," end quote. Trump said, while Zelensky, whose voice was barely audible amidst the shouting, was heard replying that he was not playing cards. Quote, you are gambling with the lives of millions of people. You are gambling with World War III. You are gambling with World War III. And what you are doing is very disrespectful to this country, end quote. Trump continued. After the confrontation, Trump told reporters on Friday that Zelensky, whom he clashes with at the White House earlier, did not look like a man who wanted peace. The meeting, quote, didn't work out exactly great, end quote. And Zelensky overplayed his hand, Trump noted. Zelensky expressed gratitude to the American people after his confrontation with Trump and Vance. Quote, quote, thank you, POTUS, Congress, and the American people. Ukraine needs just and lasting peace, and we are working exactly for that, end quote, he said on X. In an interview with Fox News after the meeting, Zelensky stated that his relations with the United States could still be repaired. The U.S.-Ukrainian ties are about, quote, more than two presidents, he said, adding that Ukraine desperately needs Washington's support in the fight against Russia's leader and better armed military. Quote, it will be difficult without your support, end quote. Zelensky is expected to attend a summit hosted by UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer on Sunday in London, alongside the leaders of Italy, Germany, Poland, and other allies. EU leaders defend Zelensky after fiery White House meeting. Quote, your dignity honors the bravery of the Ukrainian people. Be strong, be brave, be fearless. You are never alone, European Parliament President Roberta Metsola said on social media platform X, adding, quote, we will continue working with you for a just and lasting peace, end quote. Quote, nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians do. Therefore, we are working on a common path to a lasting and just peace, end quote. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz posted on X, quote, Ukraine can rely on Germany and on Europe, end quote. Quote, we were all right to help Ukraine and sanction Russia 3 years ago and to continue to do so. French President Emmanuel Macron said, calling for respect for those who have been fighting since the beginning. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk said, quote, dear Ukrainian friends, you are not alone, end quote. Slovenian President Nataša Pirc-Musar said her country, and quote, upholds the principles and respect of international law and international relations, end quote, noting, quote, what we witness in the Oval Office today undermines these values and the foundations of diplomacy, end quote. Quote, we stand firmly in support of Ukraine's sovereignty, end quote. She continued, it is time for Europe to take the lead on the path to peace in Ukraine, with respect for international law, UN Charter, fairness, and above all, decency, end quote. Other European leaders relied to defend Ukraine in similar messages, including European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, European Council President Antonio Costa, Irish Taoiseach Michael Martin, Lithuanian President Gitanas Nausėda, Moldovan President Maja Sandu, Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store, and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. The White House meeting reflects the trust crisis in the West. Quote, Trump's strategy to resolve the Russia-Ukraine conflict deeply disappointed Ukraine and was accused by Zelensky of being a concession to Russia, end quote. Kui Sheng, Deputy Director and Associate Professor of Research Center for the Economies and Politics of Transitional Countries and Liaoning University in China, told Cgtn, quote, Friday's meeting turned into a fierce quarrel. Zelensky was asked to leave the White House after a chaotic Oval Office confrontation with Trump, which was a microcosm of the changes in the current international political landscape, Kui said, quote, it not only exposed the huge differences between the United States and Ukraine on the Russia-Ukraine issue, but also reflected the trust crisis in the West. Ukraine's plagued and the deepening conflicts between Europe and the United States, end quote, Cui added. The US twice direct negotiations with Russia in February, bypassing its European allies, triggered Europe's deep anxiety and strong dissatisfaction with the loss of its own security dominance. This contradiction was also reflected in the quarrel between Trump and Zelensky. The expert noted, that's it, with input from agencies. And the last one. So I make the news in the just the double time. 10 minutes for 5 minutes, and this is 3 minutes. Let's see if I made it above 15 minutes. Technology, March 1st, 2025, DeepSeek Open Source Week. Committed to open collaborative AI ecosystem. The Open Source Week initiative launched by Chinese AI startup DeepSeek concluded on Friday with the release of its fifth code repository, showcasing the company's commitment to fostering an open and collaborative ecosystem for AI development. The 5-day event has seen DeepSeek, based in Hangzhou, Zhejiang province, make 5 of its code repositories: Flash MLA, Deep EAP, Deep EP, Deep GEMM, Optimized Parallelism Strategies, and 5 Flyers File System, 3FS. Freely accessible on GitHub and Hugging Face. According to the company, these tools are, quote, document, deployed, and battle test in production, end quote. They offer a complete toolkit for speeding up machine learning workflows, refining deep learning models, improving computational efficiency, and handling large-scale data. DeepSeek's code repositories performed remarkably well on GitHub. Flash MLA, for example, garnered over 5,000 stars within just 6 hours of its release. The technical excellence of these codes has won widespread recognition. Shen Yang, a professor at Tsinghua University, noted that these AI tools and frameworks represent top-tier advancements, particularly in distributed computing and MOE, mixture of experts, model optimization. Quote, their innovation lies in bringing technological gaps, enriching the open source ecosystem, and exploring new paths for efficiency, training, and interference, end quote. Shen added, more accolades have poured in from worldwide for the Chinese company's contribution to a global developer revolution, which will help turbocharge tomorrow's intelligent solutions. Fang Yi, CEO of smart data provider Zhitui in Hangzhou, likened DeepSeek's open source initiative to the quote-unquote Android era, describing it as a transformative movement that opens up the AI landscape. This approach enables developers worldwide to rapidly engage in secondary development and co-create across various scenarios, integrating advanced AI into diverse industries, end quote. Drago Siliga, a Croatian AI expert, noted that DeepSeek's open source initiative proves to the world that the most modern tools are not a privilege but are accessible to everyone, so that even smaller countries can also benefit from the development of AI. Walid Mehana, Chief Data and AI Officer at German pharmaceutical group Merck, highlighted DeepSeek's transparent development progress and attractive licensing terms for commercial use. Quote, DeepSeek Air 1 is therefore a cost-effective, transparent, open, and high-performance option, end quote, he said. For, foreign netizens have also praised DeepSeek's efforts, with many paying tribute to its engineering team for their groundbreaking contributions. Francisco Perlaza, a social media platform X user, commented, quote, exciting to see DeepSeek AI embracing open source with such community spirit. It's a big step towards transparency and collaboration, end quote. These options validate DeepSeek's original version, end quote. As part of the open source community, we believe that every line shared becomes collective momentum that accelerates the journey. There are no ivory towers, just pure garage energy and community-driven innovation, end quote. The company stated in a post on X before kicking off Open Source Week. DeepSeek's founder, Liang Wenfeng, also emphasized during a media interview last July the importance of promoting collaboration and innovation through open source principles. He has stressed that the company's top priority is building a robust technological ecosystem. Wu Fei, a professor from Zhejiang University, predicted that DeepSeek's models of varying size will serve as foundational AI platforms across different scenarios. Quote, by leveraging their own industry data, knowledge, and experience, users can conduct specialized training and fine-tuning, unlocking infinite possibilities, end quote, he said. Sources Xinhua news agencies. Yeah, I made it.